In the quiet, rolling countryside of rural North America, a certain structure rises with quiet dignity, weathering decades, sometimes centuries, of harsh winters, blazing summers, and the steady march of time. The Amish barn. More than a simple outbuilding, it stands as a monument to tradition, craftsmanship, and community values. These barns aren't just tools of agriculture. They're cultural landmarks, icons of durability and precision, often outlasting their modern counterparts by many decades. While modern construction often focuses on speed and cost efficiency, frequently at the expense of long-term resilience, Amish barns are built on a completely different foundation, one rooted in timeless values, meticulous attention to detail, and a deep respect for both nature and tradition. They are built to last, not for a few years or decades, but for generations. So, what is the secret behind these enduring structures? Is it a unique building technique, a forgotten resource, or something more profound? The answer lies not in any single component, but in a holistic approach, one that merges philosophy, craftsmanship, material science, and the power of collective effort. To the Amish, a barn is far more than a building. It's the cornerstone of agricultural life, a sacred space where the family's livelihood is nurtured. As such, these barns must be reliable and long-lasting. Cutting corners for quick gains has no place here. Instead, every nail, joint, and beam is placed with care, with an eye toward durability and function. The goal isn't just to shelter livestock or store hay. It's to construct a building that will stand for 100 years or more. This philosophy also places a high value on continuity. Skills are passed down not through formal schooling, but through immersive, hands-on learning. A boy might spend years shadowing his father or grandfather, gradually mastering techniques refined over generations. This intergenerational knowledge transfer ensures that the wisdom of the past lives on in every new build. It's not just about learning to work with wood. It's about understanding it deeply, respecting it, and knowing how to bring out its best qualities. Materials are the backbone of any building, and for the Amish, wood is not simply a commodity. It's a living material, chosen with great care. Most often, the timber used in Amish barns is harvested from local forests or family-owned woodlots. This isn't just for convenience. Locally sourced wood is naturally acclimated to the regional climate, which helps it perform better over time. Hardwoods like oak are common for the major support beams and posts, thanks to their strength and resistance to decay. Pine and hemlock, lighter but still durable, are often used for secondary framing, rafters, and siding. In areas prone to moisture or insect exposure, species like cedar or black locust may be used for their natural rot resistance. Crucially, the Amish often prefer air-dried lumber over kiln-dried alternatives. This traditional drying process takes months, sometimes years, allowing the wood to lose moisture gradually. The result is timber with greater internal stability, less likely to warp, crack, or twist once in place. Patience is part of the process, and it pays off in longevity. Foundations, too, are chosen for permanence. Fieldstone or quarried stone are typical, providing both strength and elevation to keep wood away from ground moisture. When stone isn't available, poured concrete might be used, but even then, it's done with care, ensuring a solid and lasting base. For roofing, metal is the material of choice, typically galvanized steel or tin. Not only do these materials shed snow and rain efficiently, but they also require little maintenance and can last for decades. The Amish don't avoid modern materials altogether. Rather, they selectively adopt those that align with their values of durability and stewardship. Amish barn designs aren't flashy or overly ornate. They're practical, proven, and rooted in centuries of experience. Classic forms like the gable roof barn, gambrel roof barn, and bank barn, built into a hillside for multi-level access, dominate the landscape. Each form serves a specific purpose, whether it's maximizing storage space, easing animal movement, or taking advantage of natural insulation. Function always guides form. And at the heart of these structures is a time-honored method known as timber framing. Unlike modern stick frame construction that relies heavily on nails, Amish barns utilize traditional joinery techniques, most famously, the mortise and tenon joint. These interlocking joints, secured with wooden pegs, known as trunnels, create a rigid, stable frame that can flex under stress without failing. These joints are cut with hand tools or low-tech machinery, and the precision required is immense. Other joints, like scarf joints for connecting long beams or dovetails for added strength, may also be used depending on the design. These aren't shortcuts, they're deliberate, well-engineered methods for building strength into every connection. Trusses in the roof system are similarly overbuilt by modern standards. Beams are often thicker, and joints more numerous than necessary. But this isn't waste, it's foresight. These over-engineered barns are capable of bearing not only the weight of their own structure, but also the snow loads and wind stresses of harsh North American winters. Durability doesn't stop at structure. It extends into how the barn interacts with its environment. Moisture is wood's greatest enemy, and the Amish understand this deeply. Proper ventilation is built into every barn design. Louvers in the gables, operable windows, and cupolas, those charming vented structures on the roofline, aren't just decorative. They promote airflow, allowing warm, humid air to escape and cooler air to circulate inside. This protects both the structure and its contents, be it hay, grain, or livestock. Hay stored in humid conditions can rot or even combust, while animals thrive in well-ventilated spaces. Ventilation preserves health and longevity. Site selection and drainage are equally critical. Barns are often situated on elevated terrain to prevent flooding. The grading around the structure is carefully managed to ensure rainwater flows away from the foundation. Generous roof overhangs further shield the walls from rain and snow, reducing the likelihood of water damage over time. Everything, down to the smallest element, is purposefully designed to guard against the two main forces that destroy wooden buildings: time and moisture. Perhaps the most iconic element of Amish barn construction is the barn raising itself, a communal event that brings together dozens, sometimes hundreds, of men and boys from the surrounding area. It's part construction blitz, part social gathering, and part celebration of faith and cooperation. Preparation for the event begins weeks or months in advance. Timber is selected, cut, and carefully shaped. Mortises and tenons are carved. Wall sections, called bents, are pre-assembled on the ground. Trusses are built and stacked nearby. Every element is made ready so that on the day of the raising, the focus is purely on assembly. When that day arrives, it's a sight to behold. At dawn, the community gathers, men to raise the frame, women to prepare food, children to watch and learn. There's no formal blueprint. Instead, experienced builders, often led by a master carpenter, guide the process with quiet authority and deep understanding. Everyone knows their role. Working in coordinated teams, the bents are hoisted upright, sometimes using ropes and poles, other times with the aid of generators and cranes, depending on the community's stance on technology. Once in place, the frames are secured with pegs, and the next phase begins. Rafters go up. Roof purlins are set. It's a whirlwind of motion, yet remarkably calm, orderly, practiced, and precise. The barn is often framed and roofed within a single day. What might take a commercial crew weeks or months is completed with breathtaking speed. Not through haste, but through unity, preparation, and practiced skill. The event ends with a shared meal, stories, laughter, and a sense of achievement that binds the community even tighter. The Amish barn is far more than timber and stone. It is a reflection of a worldview that values patience over speed, quality over convenience, and community over individualism. These buildings endure not because of a single secret, but because every aspect of their creation, from philosophy to material, from design to labor, is aligned with the goal of permanence. In a world where buildings are often disposable, the Amish barn reminds us that true craftsmanship, rooted in purpose and tradition, creates structures that can outlive their builders and serve for generations to come. In an era dominated by high-powered machinery and digital tools, a small, traditional community continues to defy the norms. The Amish, known for their distinctive lifestyle, the Amish live without electricity from public utility lines, without cars, and without most modern technologies. But what truly amazes outsiders is how they manage to build entire homes, sometimes in a single day, without using power tools. The Amish are a group of traditionalist Christian church fellowships with Swiss-German Anabaptist origins. Most Amish communities are located in the United States, primarily in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. They live by a code of conduct known as the Ordinum, which guides daily life, clothing, technology use, and social practices. While there are differences between communities, most Old Order Amish prohibit the use of electricity from the grid and internal combustion engines. This restriction shapes every aspect of their lives, especially how they build their homes. One of the most distinctive aspects of Amish construction is the absence of electricity. Amish builders do not plug in electric drills, circular saws, or air compressors. Yet their homes are built to last, often exceeding the quality of modern construction. To understand how they manage this, it's essential to explore their tools, techniques, materials, and methods. An Amish house building project is never a solo effort. Community involvement is a core aspect of the process. When a family needs a home, neighbors, relatives, and church members all come together. This practice is best exemplified in the tradition of the barn raising, where entire structures are erected in a single day through group labor. The same collaborative spirit applies to house construction. Roles are assigned in advance. Carpenters, roofers, framers, cooks. Everyone contributes according to skill or need. Amish construction reflects their values: simplicity, humility, and mutual aid. The first phase of Amish house construction is site preparation. This includes clearing the land, leveling the ground, and setting a solid foundation. For excavation and concrete work, some Amish communities may hire non-Amish contractors with powered equipment. Others use horse-drawn equipment or pneumatic tools, powered by off-grid air compressors. Foundations are typically poured concrete or concrete block. In colder climates, basements are common and must be insulated and waterproofed by hand. Once the foundation cures, the main building can begin. Framing is one of the most labor-intensive stages of building a house, and the Amish do it entirely without electric tools. They use hand saws, mallets, braces, augers, chisels, and framing squares. In some communities, pneumatic nail guns are powered by diesel or gas air compressors mounted on wagons, a permitted workaround under the ordinance. Lumber is pre-measured and marked by hand. Every board is placed carefully using levels, string lines, and plumb bobs. This attention to precision ensures that the structure is sound. Within a day or two, walls are raised, floor joists are in place, and the roof begins to take shape. Installing a roof is a dangerous job, and the Amish rely on teamwork and timing. Once the trusses or rafters are installed, they move quickly to lay down sheathing, tar paper, and shingles. Hand-driven hammers are often used, although pneumatic roofing nailers are common in some districts. Metal roofing panels are also popular due to their longevity and fire resistance. These are cut using manual shears or off-grid power tools operated by air or gas. Because of the scale and complexity, dozens of men may be involved in a single roofing job, finishing it in hours. Doors and windows are often built by Amish craftsmen or purchased from suppliers who adhere to Amish standards. These are installed using chisels, hand planes, and manual drills. For siding, Amish homes frequently use natural wood boards, applied with precision and uniform spacing. In colder regions, clapboard or board and batten, siding helps insulate against the elements. All finishing work, from painting to caulking, is done manually. Brushes, not sprayers. Ladders, not lifts. Simplicity is not just preferred, it is required. Inside the home, Amish carpenters handle all framing, drywall, flooring, and cabinetry using hand tools or non-electric machines. Cabinets, for example, are built from scratch using dovetail joints and mortise and tenon construction. These techniques create strong, long-lasting joints without nails or screws. Hardwood floors are laid piece by piece, sanded manually, and finished with oil-based stains. Walls are usually painted in light, neutral colors to reflect available daylight, since electric lighting is not installed. If wiring or plumbing is required, for example, in more progressive Amish groups, it is installed discreetly and often powered by off-grid solutions like propane, solar, or battery systems. Because there is no central electric heating, most Amish homes rely on wood-burning stoves or propane heaters. Chimneys and stovepipes are installed during the framing phase, using fire-rated materials and insulation. Lighting is provided by kerosene lamps, gas lights, or increasingly, battery-powered LED fixtures. Skylights and large windows are also essential, maximizing natural daylight. The absence of electric HVAC systems means insulation must be meticulous. Double walls, tight seals, and thermal barriers are common in colder regions. The furniture inside an Amish-built house is often made by the family or a local craftsman. Each piece is constructed using hardwood and traditional joinery. Fixtures such as sinks and tubs may resemble those in English homes, but the plumbing is minimal and designed for water efficiency. Most homes do not have washing machines, dishwashers, or microwaves. Instead, they rely on manual methods. Clothes are washed by hand or with mechanical wringers and dried outside. Kitchens feature gas or wood-burning stoves, with no electrical appliances. Amish homes are models of energy independence because they use almost none. The speed at which Amish homes are built is often surprising. With pre-cut lumber, detailed planning, and many hands, a full house can be framed and roofed within 1 or 2 days. The entire home, from foundation to finishes, may be completed in less than 2 months. Their speed is not due to cutting corners, but from sheer manpower and discipline. Everyone knows their task. There are no delays from permits, inspections, or subcontractors. Efficiency is achieved through repetition, coordination, and experience. It's important to understand that not all Amish communities follow the same rules. Some allow limited technology, such as hydraulic lifts, solar panels, or propane-powered refrigeration. Others reject any powered devices beyond hand tools. New Order Amish may use telephones, electricity from generators, or even computer-based bookkeeping in their businesses. However, homes remain low-tech. When it comes to building, the degree of permitted technology varies, but the core principle remains: simplicity, self-reliance, and separation from the world. The Amish rely on an impressive array of manual tools: hand saws for cutting lumber, braces and bits for boring holes, chisels and gouges for fine joinery, mallets and hammers for assembly, levels, squares, and plumb lines for precision. In communities that permit it, compressed air systems are used to power nail guns and drills. These compressors are operated by diesel or propane engines, not electric motors. Workshops are often powered by belt-driven machines run by small engines or by hydraulic systems connected to wind or water power. Their tool mastery is both practical and artistic. The Amish build without power tools because it aligns with their beliefs. Their way of life emphasizes humility, labor, and detachment from worldly conveniences. Building by hand fosters patience, cooperation, and craftsmanship. It also ensures that homes are made to be lived in for generations, not just decades. By avoiding the speed and ease of technology, they preserve skills that are nearly extinct in modern society. Their buildings are not just shelters, they are expressions of faith, community, and continuity. The Amish construction process teaches several universal lessons. Community is more powerful than machinery. Quality craftsmanship requires time and care. Simplicity can lead to durability and beauty. Manual tools, when mastered, can rival modern power tools. Independence from the grid is possible and sustainable. As interest in sustainable building and off-grid living grows, more people are looking to the Amish for inspiration. They show what's possible when tradition is combined with purpose.